Hello everyone, I hope you've had a great day so far and that you're doing well. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the high grade 12144 Sigrún, and this particular mobile suit is from Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans, and was released by Bandai this year. And subject to when you watch this video, this year is actually 2022. So this has recently come through to me from Japan, from good old Hobby Link Japan. So I will include a product link to the Sigrún in the description, as well as probably other kits from Iron-Blooded Orphans. So here we have the front of the box for the Sigrún. Now I have noticed it has one of those weird little, I can't remember the actual correct naming of it, little things on the top of the U. So my general understanding is it does bestow, now that that's cleared up, it does give it a bit of a accent. So I'm assuming it's not pronounced as Sigrún. So yes, that's my general take anyway. Happy to be corrected. Anyway, front of the box, once I just get the camera realigned, there we go. Front of the box, very nice looking suit, has a few callbacks to the Grim Gird. But yeah, I quite like the look and feel of the colours between the shield, the lance, and everything else. So yeah, should be a very pleasant kit to look at and build. So front of the box, terms of the bottom, a nice little action pose there, not that the camera is behaving today. So action pose, the head will have that nice little openy type gimmick for the spherical eye, I dare say. Looks like we might have some different hand manipulators, or at least a hand manipulator. Rear shot, which is pretty cool. Some of these pipings, obviously, a bit of a norm of some of the non-Gundam frame suits. Have another shot where it looks like the parts on the shields are detachable. So what are they called? The fired state of the wire anchors can be recreated with wires. So probably some type of, I was going to say beam type weapon, but it's IBO, they don't have beam weapons, so it's probably a close combat defense mechanism against projectile weapons, I guess. Regardless of the fact, that is the bottom of the box. Side of the box, we'll only just look at the one because they tend to be the same. And then on the top of the box we have the front and rear shot, which is pretty standard. We have a little blurb about the Sigrún. Sigrún is a mobile suit that adopts the Valkyria frame, a type of frame developed near the end of the Calamity War over 300 years ago. And surprisingly enough, or unsurprisingly, here's the Grim Gird in the 144 and the 12144. I believe it's the Helmwidge Grindcar. Now I think I actually haven't got this one yet, surprisingly enough. So that will definitely be on my to grab list at some point in time. So that was the box. In terms of what's inside, I'm guessing 3 bags. Try 2 bags. And the manual, which is to be expected. So I will open up these plastic bags and we can have a better look at the manual, runners, and the included sticker sheet. And with everything now out of the bags, here we have the front of the manual of the Sigrún, rinse and repeat of the front cover art, and then we have the front and rear shots of the mobile suit, we do have a bit more of a blurb regarding the actual details behind the suit, which is pretty cool, and the usual model number, height and weight. So that's the front of the manual. In terms of the back of the manual, so we do go through some of its weaponry. So it has a rapier, a round shield, and thruster units. Obviously a bit more discussion about the frame. So that's really cool. So this is going to be a nice little page to have a read of should you pick up this kit. We do have the usual color guide as well. So there's a good number of colors involved. We have violet, blue, which reminds me of that midnight blue that looks one color when wet and then another color when dry. We have the grey, which is usual, white, then some different colors for the weaponry and sensors. That's pretty normal. And then similar to what we saw on this side of the box, there's some call outs to some of the other high grades of the line that I dare say share some similar characteristics. So that was the info side of the manual. In terms of build side, we do have the usual parts list: A, B and C, small e, polycaps and stickers. In terms of the build, well, once you've built a few of these non-Gunpla types in IBO, you do get a good feel for how they build in other variations. Although obviously it's not going to be the exact same as building a Greys, which is always a good thing. A little bit of variation is nice to have. So main body, going through the head, the little earpieces, they don't look bad. For some reason I would have thought the alignment would be facing the other way, but remains to be seen. I'm sure they do look quite good on the finished kit. Right arm and left arm, pretty stock standard. Put the torso, arms and head together. There's also a bit of a step just to show you the opening and closing gimmick on the head. The right leg and left leg, which does remind me of the Gundam. Building of the waist, putting it all together. Commentary about the action base adapter, and then building the weapons. So overall, pretty standard build, nothing overly odd or complex. So that was the manual in terms of the included sticker sheet. Nice and small, can't complain. Some of that will be eye lenses, camera lenses and things like that, but overall a very nice small sticker sheet. As for the runners, we have a multicolor A runner with that purple blue. We have the white, the gold and the dark grey bordering on black. So that's the A runner. We have the, hold on, what have I done here? We have the B runner, all the one colour, so that very dark grey, almost black colour. So that'll be your joints, inner frame type pieces, hand pieces and things like that. Over to the C runner, which is in that purpley violet type colour, which is very nice. So most of this runner, if not all of this runner, will be the external armor parts, parts of the shield and things like that. So let's see, bits of arms, let's see, bits of back, bits of waist, bits of legs, head. You've pretty much got everything on this runner really, at least for the external armor. So that was the C runner. We skip the letter D and go straight to the letter E for a white runner. So pipes, and I think those last two pieces at the bottom are for the feet. we have a PC002 polycap, which is pretty much a standard norm for high-grade IBO kits. And lastly, we have, which I hope to not lose, 2 thin PVC wires, and they will be used to deploy those little bits off the shield. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the high-grade 12144 Sigrún. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'll have a product link to this kit as well as other kits from IBO in the description. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you in a future video. See ya.